One step, then another, even closer. You've never felt so ready to kill, so on the brink of impending action. You're like a cat, all concentrated muscle, that split second before it pounces. Another step, even closer. The moment has finally come. You've found the master. The eyes of predators meet.
Sebille?
He snaps his fingers, and you involuntarily snap to attention.
Here you go, breaking my heart.
He sighs, sadly.
I don't begrudge you your freedom. Your escape relieved me of having to witness your death by your own hand. The inevitable last command.
I would have watched you, like I have all this time, glad to see you live, sometimes even laugh. I'm very fond of you, you know.
I will answer.
Another snap, different fingers, different sound. You look to the ground. You're bowing before him.
Utter control. The tool of a tyrant, you think? But you're mistaken.
Let me indulge you with an explanation. Everything I do for a much greater good. The supreme example of this is you.
I am the House of Shadows. I am the Fate Weaver. I am the hand that guides a blind world. From darkness, light. What I did had to be done, Sebille. It had to be you, for you're the prime scion. The other scions knew you, welcomed you. They sought out their own killer. It was all so very elegant.
Come all this way in vain. Stingtail lie. Torture victims tend to. The scar can never be undone. But why seek to be rid of it when it is a badge of honor? I forced you to shed the blood of scions because rather than a killer, it transformed you into a savior of untold millions.
Here's the final truth, Sebille. The true evil here is not me. It's you. The Mother Tree and her scions do not seek to carve out their own part of peace in this world. They seek to carve out the whole wide world for themselves. They want their roots to conquer every last inch of Rivellon. World domination. The prevalence of one race over all others. That is what they desire. That is what I counteract.
But there is merit to my madness. Can you say the same of your mania?
I don't begrudge you your freedom, Sebille, but you came looking for me driven by no more than ordinary bloodlust. All you see is red. You've lost sight of all reason. You know how the scar works. You know I have but to sing a single tune. You've no hope whatsoever of defeating your master.
He sings. The scar song swells. 1,000 tiny needles in your soul, chipping away at your will. But then, from your core of cores, you can feel an unparalleled strength arise. You're God-woken, and you resist. Your unswerving confidence unsettles him. Doubt clouds his eyes for the first time. The patient cat finally pounces. You strike, precisely, exactly. Your needle pierces his neck, spears his vocal cords, filling his throat with blood. Checkmated and muted, he staggers back, all a feared fury. This is it. It's time to kill the master. You look into Red Prince's face. He eagerly searches your eyes for any hint of how you must feel now that it's over, now that the Master is dead.
I do not deplore his death in the slightest, but yes, I did want to speak to him about Sadha. A chance I was deprived of when you so gracefully skewered his neck with your needle. Under any other circumstance, that action would have quite enraged me beyond measure. But as it stands, I suppose I'll just have to have a chat with your former master's spirit. Before I do so, however, I ask you in earnest, are you truly all right? I can only imagine how you must feel now that you've slain the prey you hunted for years. I did, didn't I? I admit I never would have thought that one day I'd participate in a fight that pitted a lizard noble against a slave, only to side with the slave. But no, I apologize. I should use that word no longer. You are a free woman now, just like you said. I applaud your victory. And I thank you for acknowledging my humble part in its outcome. Speak with this spirit. Stay close. Danger may yet lurk in the shadows. Very good. Now for some answers.
Red Prince, at last we meet, or rather, meet with your awareness of my presence. How often I've stood by you but an arm's length away, a shadow within the shadows, untouchable. Almost like meeting an old friend, or, in the present circumstances, a kindred spirit.
Even in death, his eyes are black holes in a black-skinned sky. He bows with the deference of a noble among nobles, swinging ever so playfully between sincerity and sarcasm.
I suppose I should start with an apology for the attempts on your life. Talk about getting off on the wrong foot, wouldn't you say?
Failed attempts, remember? Hardly made me break a sweat, those lackeys of yours.
To my astonishment, and, I admit, my admiration. You may find this hard to believe, but given different circumstances, I would have been quite content to let you live. Let you play the Emperor from your golden throne in your golden city. Alas, certain events beyond even my control were set in motion. Ripples became waves. I had to act. And so I arranged for you to meet with an unfortunate self-inflicted end. I did, but of course I didn't know then he was godwoken, stronger than the demon. It's almost a pity we found ourselves on such opposite sides. All because of who you are, and all because of who she is. It was Sadha who set events in motion, Red Prince. If you were the ripple, she was the wave.
She's a tidal wave that will take wing, become a murder of dragons, red as the setting sun, that will alight every corner of this world with the terrible splendor of fire.
To make a point, for it is murder they would commit, and it would be murder that would be committed upon them. The simple truth of the matter is that yes, we lizards were dragons once. The mightiest creatures to rule sky, earth, and sea. But such was the jealousy of our power that all other races united against us and brought us to the brink of extinction. No one knows what happened next. Was it wizardry? Was it Zol Stissa who took mercy on us even then? Suddenly we were dragons no more. Lizards instead. And as lizards we flourished and built an empire once more. But the House of Dreams trades in prophecy. They've always known we could be dragons again. For one day a man and a woman will be born, and their skin will be red, and the fruit of their union will be great red dragons.
A day that will come to pass.
Curse your obstinance.
Listen to me. I was the House of Shadows. This was my role. I saw the great games in motion, allowed them their flux when they advanced for good, cut them short when they advanced for evil, even if it meant doing evil. The renaissance of dragons would spell the end of our race, plain and simple. To that end I needed you to die, but you proved to be all too worthy an opponent. An opponent I would even now see an ally. Ally with me, Red Prince. Find Sadha and kill her. If she births dragons, all other races will unite against us, and this time they will destroy us for good. We were spared last time. The condition of our continued existence was that we'd never let the dragon roar again.
They look each other in the eyes, like two chess players contemplating their next move.
Actually, I think I'll call his bluff. Now then, I'm the Red Prince. Your role in this story is over. I am its sole protagonist. Sadha may indeed be dangerous. I may decide she must die. I may not. But it will be my decision. You're out of options, Master of Shadows. Tell me where she is.
The Shadow Prince stands checkmated, and he knows it.
I truly have no choice, have I? Very well. I must put the fate of all lizards in your hands. But beware. Sadha is ultimately dangerous. Not only will she be the mother of dragons, I fear she's fallen in with an old enemy. Them.
He points to the fallen black ring.
If I'm correct, and Sadha's heart has been darkened by the ring, you may be able to find her through their scrying magic. There's a thing on this island known as the Sallow Man. He is a master of mirrors. Mirrors like his will read your mind and show you what you desire, if you manage to elude or eliminate him. A word of warning, though. He is like a shred of nightmare ripped from the dream realm, set loose in reality. Do not underestimate this creature. Be careful, and become the savior of all lizards, Red Prince. Become the true emperor of your people.
I will be Emperor, yes. Of lizards or dragons, that remains to be seen.
The Shadow Prince's spirit snarls at you, claws at you, but his spectral nails move harmlessly through your body. His fading eyes go wide with such abject fear, it is terrible to behold. And how very wonderful that feels.